All right, we're recording. So hi you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new video and we're gonna check out some more from Jordan Peterson. Shish, what was that? And then we see Joe Rogan in the thumbnail as well. Always when I react to him, it's a lot of like debates and arguments, and I like that. And some people do not agree with me sometimes when I disagree with him, and to me, like, that's fine. I like to have a discussion. I think it's healthy when different opinions can meet, because we all have different realities depending on how we live our lives. So that's gonna, result in we having disagreements in certain things because we've been through different things. So yeah, I just think it's important to have an open discussion about it, and it's okay to disagree and agree with each other and stuff like that. I just think that it's important to hear each other out. I will never say like you are wrong, like what you're saying is not right, because again, we're coming from different places. We live our lives differently and we've been through different things, and that's going to result in we having different realities. But both can be right, even though they're totally different. But I feel like people trying to like silence that and say, no, it's only one way and this is the way. And if you disagree with me, like you're wrong, you brainwash, they're just trying to like attack your character in a way. And I just think that that's so low. So I think it's important to hear each other out. Because someone commented that like a lot of people hate him. I didn't know that. Like, I've seen some videos of Jordan Peterson, but like I didn't know that it was so triggering for some people when someone just share a reality, opinion, that they might not necessarily agree with or can relate to. But I will stop rambling. Let's get straight into this video and see what it's about. Let me say the title is The Simple Way to Stop Caring About What Others Think of You. So let's get straight into this video. Whoa.
I think it's a matter of being afraid of the right thing.
Yeah, this quality. There's no way this is 720. Let me see. Let's go to HD.
That's the issue. I decided a long time ago, partly from reading Solzhenitsyn, that I was going to try to be very careful with my words, and I was only going to say things that I thought, well, to begin with, weren't lies, let's say. I was going to try to formulate my thoughts truthfully. And the reason I decided that was because I thought that the opposite was hellishly dangerous. And I really believe that. I truly believe that. If I say things and I think they're true and they get me in trouble, then I think that's not as much trouble as I would have got into if I would have said something that wasn't true. Like, it might be more trouble right now. Who knows, right? Because you don't know how these things are going to turn out. I had this interview, most of you know about it, with Kathy Newman from Channel 4, right? And that was a pretty strange experience.
So what you're saying is it was a great interview.
Yeah, exactly. And, she was pretty professional when we went to the studio, like someone like that is professional, kind of hard.
The mainstream media you will never get the whole truth and stuff from it, because they want to sell, they want to make, they want it to go viral, so they're going to exaggerate things and change it so it can be clickable. And, they read it from a script, mainstream media.
Hard surface and glossy and media presentable, the TV turns you
That's
into
what I
that.
meant, yeah.
She was perfectly polite in a professional way until the camera went on, and then she went after me. And then the whole interview went the way it went.
It's so
I had
fake.
like 20 interviews that day. And so
Never
I walked
watched
away
TV.
from that and I thought, oh God, they're gonna take 7 minutes of that and
Clip it.
broadcast it and make me look like a complete monster, and that'll be the end of that. And that is exactly what they did, except they also posted the entire thing on YouTube, not knowing at all that it was a train wreck. They had no idea. It wasn't like they thought, oh, well, this is a train wreck, we better put it on YouTube. It wasn't that at all. They thought it was a perfectly fine interview. So then it went on YouTube. And so my mood changed a lot. It was, first of all, this interview went catastrophically, and then it was, well, they're only going to use 7 minutes of it, and that's going to be a drag, but I'll probably get over it. And then they put it online, and then there was just an incredible reaction. And then 5-10 newspapers came out to play the victim card for poor Kathy, which was now all the online trolls were after her. And I thought, that really, really struck me. I thought, she's one of the most powerful people in the UK, one of the 1,000 most powerful, let's say, or the 500 most powerful. She's no bloody victim, and she's paid plenty well for what she does. And
Jordan, by the way, don't forget that that night that this all happened, she did a video in her car reading the comments by the trolls, because at that moment she didn't realize she should play the victim card yet.
Yeah. And so then her employees said, well, we had to call in the police to investigate. Because that's an unbelievably crooked thing to say. It's like anybody can call in the damn police to investigate anything. Well, what constitutes a credible threat? There are ways of assessing credible threats. You know, they have to be direct and detailed. That's how you assess suicidality, for example. If you tell me that you have a plan, you know when you're going to do it, you know where, you have a gun, you've thought it through, it's like, that's a credible threat. Sometimes I wish I wasn't here, that's not a credible threat. And you see the same sort of thing online. Well, then 10 newspapers played the victim card, that poor Kathy was being trolled by like 1 million trolls. Who knew there were that many trolls, but apparently they were. And then I thought, well, God, the whole thing's gonna go sideways again, because I'm gonna come out of this as the villain who called forth, you know, the alt-right armada to take down poor, innocent Kathy Newman. And so it looked like it was gonna shift that way for about 4 days. And then that didn't work. There was a couple of other interviews that started to push back that narrative, and then it switched back to my side. But look, I'm making a point with this, is when I do an interview, like this interview, I follow this rule in my book.
Let's say
I think
8.
it's 8.
Oh,
I think it is 8.
All right. We've been doing this for a while.
Sorry, it's 7.
Oh,
do
well.
what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Okay, so I come to an event like this, and I have an opportunity to say things, and I don't come in here and think, okay, here's a bunch of things I want to convince you of. I don't care if you're convinced. It's not like I don't care about you in the sense that you care for people and hope the best for them, but I don't care if you're convinced. That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to hear the questions and try to figure out what I think about them, and then to say that, and then to see what happens. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But if the world is properly constituted through truth, then faith is the willingness to have faith in truth. And so then you say what you believe to be true, and then some things happen. Sometimes they're not so good, which is why people often lie. You know, you tell the truth, you get in trouble for it. Every kid knows that. It's like, well, why'd you lie? Because I thought I'd get in trouble, obviously. It's like, well, that's not a good long-term strategy. You say what you believe to be the truth, and then you have the faith that no matter what happens, if you've said what you believe to be truth, whatever happens is the best thing that could have happened. And I believe that. I think that's how the world's constituted. And so it's not bravery, exactly. I would say it's more like faith. It's like, I'm going to say what I think. I'm going to try to do that as carefully as I possibly can. And I'm going to detach myself from the outcome. Because sometimes the outcome's terrible. I'm at McMaster University or Queen's, and there's like a bloody mob of zombies pounding on the window. You know, it's a little slice of hell. You think, this doesn't seem to be a very good idea. But the tide turns 2 or 3 times in the next 3 weeks, and something comes out of it. And if you're going to have faith in truth, it can't just be, did I get what I want in the next second? That's not faith. It's like, no, this is the other thing, too, that you got to understand. Without truth, you don't have the adventure of your life. If you tell the truth, that means you're revealing your being. That's what you're doing when you're telling the truth. And when you reveal your being, then you're living in the world. You're there, you're present,
This
right?
video.
That's being there, let's say. That's you. That's your destiny. That's your journey. That's your adventure. That's what's going to justify your life. The adventure. It's not going to be easy. And if you hide from your truth, well, then you hide from yourself. And then you're not even there. And then who the hell are you? What are you? The puppet. You're the puppet of some coward. You're the puppet of some dictator or some second-rate philosopher, some idiotic idea or a bully you were afraid of.
I mean, he is right. But, you know, it's easy for him to say from the position that he is in. So majority of people cannot afford to get the consequences. Because there's a lot of consequences coming with if you're being honest and telling your truth, you know. Especially in today's age with social media and everything.
But it's not you living your life. And then you lose your life. And you lose your soul too. That's what I'm afraid of. You know, journalists, well, they try to take me down. It's like, yeah, well, that's
so
annoying.
dirty
It usually
in the
takes me 3 days to
media.
recover. But compared to not having my life and not saying what I have to say, That's nothing. It's minor inconvenience. If you can just withstand it, 2 weeks, you get mobbed. You guys might all need to know this. You're going to get mobbed on social media. Okay, so what do? Unless you did something wrong. Don't apologize. That's the first thing, because then no one can come to your defense. So don't apologize. Maybe you even double down carefully, not vengefully, right? Carefully. You say, no, that's what I meant. And if you don't like it, too bad. And you get mobbed. Then you apologize, a different mob comes after you. That's not helpful, and no one can defend you. If you can hold out for 2 weeks, you'll win. Now, it's a pretty brutal 2 weeks, because, you know, if you're a reasonable person and 100 angry neighbors show up at your door with pitchforks, you might be thinking there's something wrong with you, you know, like you think that unless you're psychopathic. And you think, well, maybe I made a mistake. And it's easy to waver and to back down. And maybe you're also afraid. But, you know, if you scoured your conscience and you're careful and you said what you had to say, then leave it lie. And they'll throw, the people who are playing this game will throw everything they can at you for 2 weeks. And if it doesn't stick, you're done. And then the next time they try it, it doesn't work as well as it did the first time. And by the 50th time they try it, like as far as I can tell, carefully, the people who have enmity for me are out of ammunition. They're done. I read hit pieces now and I think, oh, you just copied the hit piece from 2 months ago. It's like, I'm perfectly habituated to that. They're out of ammunition. And maybe someone creative could still come up with some more ammunition. Maybe that'll happen at the Q&A. But it's not bravery, man. It's faith in the redeeming power of truth, and that's different.
All right, so the simple way to stop caring what others think of you. I mean, first with when he talked about the media woman here, the thing is like, it seemed like she got a lot of backlash or something, or no, she became the victim because people attacked her or something. But the thing is, like, when you, especially in media in general and social, like online, you're gonna have to like be prepared for trolls and all that. I'm getting it all the time. I got pretty thick skin, so I can take it, and I just don't read certain things, and you can just block it. But when you put something out, and when this is your job to be in front of a camera, like some trolls, yeah, they take it too far and stuff, but you can never take it personal at the end of the day. And if you just sit and read everything, yeah, it's not gonna end well. Like Joe Rogan is in the thumbnail, and I think that he don't read comments at all. So you need to like filter yourself out and don't take it personal and stuff like that. I'm not saying that what they're commenting is okay and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, is the internet. Even me, I'm putting content out for people to comment and say, and it's trolls all the time. I just don't take it personal. I just laugh it off in a way, even though it's horrible, disrespectful, and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Like, we're online. You don't need to be online, but if you decide to be there, it's gonna come people that disagree with you, hate you, and are being disrespectful. That is what it is. But it's also coming positivity. So, like, you can never just think that nothing bad is gonna come out of it. And just because it's wrong doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm all over the place. But then he also talked about that you should tell your truth regardless of consequences. And like I said, he's in a position, maybe it's easy for him to do that because he monetizing his truth. Like, some people who have a regular 9 to 5, like that can jeopardize their income and stuff like that. And especially now with social media, I feel like people want to get into debates and tell their opinion, but that can backlash so hard if that's not your job in the first place to say those things. Like, even me, like, I have opinion about anything, like things that could be taboo and that can get someone canceled and stuff. And I definitely do not share what I think sometimes. I'm toning it down, and I just decide not to speak on certain things or really say what I think and stuff, because I know that it could be like tension and stuff like that. It's kind of sad because with me, I love to debate and have an open discussion, and I love to talk to people that don't think like me, that totally disagree with me and have a different how do you say in English, like ideology or like whatever, just totally different. To me, like that's okay, like to debate and talk and argument for what you think is right or wrong or what you believe in. But I feel like with the internet, like people are so in their little bubble and group, and they think that that's the whole world. And if you disagree with them, like you on the wrong side of the fence, like you either with us or against us. I feel like that could, that's not a healthy debate climate in general, and that creates extremists and just it could be very dangerous. I don't know. It's just interesting to me when I see people that don't want to hear someone else out if they disagree. Even if you think that it's like crazy, you totally disagree with them. Like to me, I could never really be fully triggered. Like just debate for your call, like for your thing that you think is right. Like you don't need to go on a personal level and be super disrespectful and talk down on their character, their looks and stuff like that have nothing to do with the subject in the first place. People do that, and I think that's just so low. It ruins the whole debate in the first place when they're escaping the subject. I feel like a lot of people do that when they don't have any more arguments to the subject. They're attacking you personally. But yeah, I never really care about things online. I mean, when I see positivity or people even, sharing their opinion, that's cool. But when it's like disrespectful things, I really don't care, to be honest. And I've always been like that since I was younger. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been talking for a long time here. But share your opinion if you have one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you made it till the end, thank you. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye.